The next application is kind of a new one. It's actually a startup, so I wasn't able to find out a lot of information, but I thought it was kind of a cool startup. It's called Urban Alps, and they're based out of Zurich, Switzerland. And there's 2 full-time employees and 2, they called them freelance employees. I'm assuming that means part-time employees. And their goal is, they've actually gone through several rounds of funding, so they've actually raised quite a bit of money with this product demonstration that they've been able to do. And they do high security locks and keys, which can't be duplicated with existing technologies. One of the powers, I don't have a picture of that, but one of the interesting aspects of 3D printing is if you take a picture of an existing key, if you take a profile picture and a side picture, you can pretty much duplicate that key. So someone just really quickly with a smartphone could snap a couple pictures and follow you home, and then they have access to whatever you want, including what are normally considered high security keys, which will have features on the side or things like that that are not standard cut profiles. All of those can be duplicated with existing manufacturing methods, and especially 3D printing. There's a 3D printing bump key where it's literally you put it in and you bump it, and then you can open locks that way as well. They make a key that actually, this is them 3D printed, it has internal security features. So you literally cannot see them, and there's channels inside the key. You can't quite see it in this picture, but I have a really quick video that I'm going to show you guys about it. So they're using a SLM process. I don't know what metal they're using. I'm assuming it's a stainless, probably just because you don't want your keys to rust. So they have external features, which is those little indents. So fingers come in and index on those indents and register with pins and barrels. But they also have 2 internal groove channels, which move a set of pins around, which then unlock the feature. There's no way to photograph those. There's no way to cast it. That's another way, is imprinting it. You can get a mold of a key and make it that way. The only way that I could think that you could possibly do that is with an industrial CT scanner, which not everybody has and makes it really difficult. But so they're talking about existing keys can be manufactured and copied. Even ones that are high security keys like the Volkswagen or BMW keys can be copied with just a basic mill, things like that. So it's not really that great. So they're showing all sorts of ones that can be copied using molds, things like that are really easy to do. So, and then they're talking about how 3D printing, there you go, there's a key. They literally took a photo of a key sitting on a coffee table, and then they went and they copied it, and now they are opening. I'm assuming they know this person, hopefully. But, so, maybe, I mean, that'd be a little creepy, right? Quick run. So this is showing kind of what the process, just with a quick animation of what they're doing. You can see this internal channel in here, which is that little recess in the top. You can see there's these grooves on the inside. So there's traditional external high security features, and then there's these internal features that we're going to talk about right now. So that's the power of this. It's totally inaccessible. You can't mold that. You can't image it. You can't copy it with traditional tools. Finding a CT scanner that can even scan metal is easy. So, I mean, the chances to duplicate this become almost nil, you know? And that's the power of security, is just making it so hard that you... So, I mean, there's lots of other things. Electronic ones can always be foiled. Google gets hacked. Apple gets hacked. Everybody gets hacked. Your cell phone is probably the easiest thing on you to hack, period. Like, easy, super easy. So there's lots of, and a lot of those alternatives are actually more costly than still a physical lock, because they can produce a whole plate, a whole build plate of these locks at a fairly low cost relative to it. So it's the best known physical security key that I could find, and there's not really an alternative. The only alternatives is an electronic, biometric, things like that, which are much more expensive. And here's my references.